My friends, I am Chandrasekhar here, and after a long time, I am trying to talk to you face to face. Earlier, till now, as you know, I had uploaded my lectures at the ICAS Noida chapter, where I deliver lectures for the postgraduate students and faculties. So now, one of our subscribers had requested me to speak something about the Vargottama. So I thought it's a small subject, but it is important in one way because there are two or three opinions about it. Faladipika says, Vargottama Gata Khecharu. That means Khecher is a synonym for planets. So if a planet is in Vargottam Amsha, now here Vargottam also I explain after a second. What happens? Swakshetra Gata so that means say that when it goes to as if it goes to own house, those results are obtained. The entire shloka is Vargottamansha Gataketarupi Swakshetra Gatasyokta Falani Tadvat. Tadvat means similar. There is another opinion of another savant of astrology who opines that there is something more. And what is that more? That more is, in his opinion, uh, the strength of the planet increases when it is in Vargottam Namash. Now, Vargottam Namash, as you understand, is in Rashi, if it is in X Rashi, X sign, and in Namash also the same planet is in the same sign, then it is called as Vargottam. There is a now understand there are sometimes some small differences which are noteworthy. If in any of the six or seven vargas, one planet occupies the same Rashi in more than two, rather three vargas, three divisional charts, of course, including the Rashi chart, then it is called as the Uttam Amsha. But when one planet occupies Rashi in a particular sign and also in NavāMsha it is posited in the same sign, then it is called as a Vargottam NavāMsha. So you can see there is a difference between the two. For NavāMsha placement, it gets almost as much strength as it gets from another two Vargas in single NavāMsha Varga. Now, what is the reason? The reason is very simple. If you look at the Vishopaka Bala calculations, you will see that the Rashi gets 4 points out of 20 and NavāMsha gets 5 points out of 20. Of course, it depends on, it is a bit variable depending on whether you are using the 6 Vargas or 7 Vargas or even 16 Vargas. There is a slight difference. Whereas for other Amshas, the other division charts, nobody gets any Amshas, rather, any points more than the Rashi, barring only in Shodash Amsha. That is Shodash Varga, 16 Varga, if 16 division charts are taken, then in that case, the D60 gets more numbers. Yet, NavāMsha always has more number together with the Rashi chart, that is the natal horoscopy. Vargottam NavāMsha always, that means that planet has at least half the strength of the total strength that is possible, which is 20 points. So you have to understand the reason for that. Why Vargottam NavāMsha is different and having a planet in Uttam Varga is different. Otherwise, if you look at it, it's one and the same thing. Vargottam or Uttam Varga should be same in Sanskrit, but no. This is specifically given at Vargottam designation is given in the amongst the Vargas, among the division charts, the planet gives the best results if it is placed in the same sign in both the natal chart as well as the NavāMsha chart. That is what is nowadays called in English as D9 chart. Okay. Now there is another, as I was saying, you know, the great Mantreshwara in his Phaladipika says that in that case, in Vargottama, if a planet is in Vargottama, it gives results similar to occupying his own house. Because this is irrespective of his placement in any of the rashis or signs that the planet acquires. So it can be in the sign of debility, in both the Lagna chart, that is the natal chart, and the NavāMsha chart, and still it gains great strength by virtue of becoming Vargottama. Now, another, so he says, whatever it may be, in any Rashi it is there, and if the Vargottama comes out, it is strong, as good as being in own house. Another savant of astrology thinks that no, in the scale of being strong, gaining strength, his opinion is strongest is a planet in its Rashi of exaltation. I'm using Rashi as a sign, so you understand by now. I think you understand when I say Rashi, that means sign in English. But I use the Sanskrit usage. Words with those Sanskrit nomenclatures, you can call it. So, even if it is in debility, if it is your Vargottama, then it will still give results as if in being in own Rashi. This is clear. As I was saying, another savant has opined that no, the order is strongest is the planet in exaltation. After that comes the planet in Vargottama, NavāMsha. Because the NavāMsha is called as Vargottama, you can call the planet itself as Vargottama because it occupies two Vargas, carrying the maximum number of points out of 20. Together, they are almost 50%. And then comes the Mula Trikona. Below that comes the own Rashi because you know every planet has one Rashi as its Mula Trikona Rashi and another as its own Rashi. Both are own Rashis, but amongst them there is a difference, even in case of the Sun, etc. So, or even Mercury, even if the exaltation Rashi is same, and it can also be the own Rashi, but then it depends on which degrees the planet is placed. So all planets have that samasya. And after Multrikana comes the own Rashi. After that, Rashi of a friend, the planet has to occupy what I'm talking about. Then the Rashi of enemy, neutral one, then Rashi of enemy, and then Rashi of extreme energy. Now, this extreme enemy and regular enemy or friend and bosom friend, it will of course come after the own Rashi, the Rashi of bosom friend. Now, these terminologies are to be understood in the sense of the Panchadha Maitri, the fivefold friendship of planets is taught, and that you have to understand. I think at this stage, I think we are somewhere around 375 or something like that. Lectures are passed, so you are aware of that. The permanent friendships and the temporary friendships. Temporary friendships are when planets are in 2, 3, 4, and 12, 11, 10 from each other. Then they are supposed to be temporary friends, though they might be enemy otherwise. And the rest of the things they are enemies, including the Lagna. So if they are in the first house, wherever that planet is sitting, another planet coming there becomes his enemy is a concept. I understand that planets cannot have enmity. The idea is it takes away some strength from the planet. So because two planets have got the same environment to work in, and they have different type of ways of expressing themselves. So their results would not be purely belonging to one planet or other. It would be a mixture of two. In this sense, we should understand. And this is the basic principle of Vargottama. And that is why Vargottama NavāMsha is considered to be good in strength. But please remember that if it is benefic, it will be very benefic, it will be malefic, it will be very malefic, is a general concept that usually is used. I'm talking here about natural malefics and natural benefics. Yet understand it depends on the placement of the planet. Uh, a great sect which is called the Madhya Parashari talks about placement also, because placements and Rashi placements would give different results. You know, I think that we have already gone through. A planet in his own house does not damage that house and all those things. Even if he is malefic, so that you know. And this is in short what is Vargottama NavāMsha, and I hope my dear subscriber who has asked me for that uh, will be happy with this explanation. So remember, the planet gets strength. How it will manifest would depend on where he is placed, which lordship, which bhava lordship he has, and he will give those results through the bhava that he occupies. This is the basic principle. So it is almost not exactly of the same strength as the exaltation, but it is strong. Some say stronger than when he is in his Mula Trikona or own Rashi. And so, dear friends, this is a very small lecture. I will also give this in Hindi for Hindi speakers. I speak in both the languages, and sometimes I mix up words from one language into other, and you have always been very kind in allowing me to do that and pardoning me for that. So, my friends, I take your leave and wish you a good night, because I always record at night time. Very good night.